and near to spend your time to come and join us. Please give yourself a tap over your shoulders for giving yourself this little gift that you're going to start the brand new year. Well, I love Christmas and I love the month of December because the month of December is always so festive, so joyous, so happy. And we have roast turkey, we have what do you call that? The English buns, they call it panetons and everything, right? To celebrate. And with the aromas, with all the cinnamons, can you feel the excitement? But tonight, there'll be no cinnamons or panetons, but we have gift for you from the two teachers who's going to give you even much better than the cinnamon rolls or the roast turkey. So are you excited? Please put lots of love and lots of flowers to welcome our teachers. Now, tonight, please prepare yourself a cup of drinks. Let's relax and enjoy the whole night. You never know what is going to be the takeaways. Are you all excited? Hello? Wave your hand. Let's wave our hands to the teachers to show them our appreciation. I wish I have some music, to spring up the whole atmosphere. Unfortunately, our IT department is on leave, so there's no IT. So probably if I can sing, I'll probably sing you a Christmas song. Unfortunately, that voice is just like a crow, so too bad. But I think the night is going to start in very, very short time. And Teacher Giggling and Teacher Choi are very prepared because, in fact, I would say they are fresh from the oven. They just came back from advanced level 3, and they also came back from Tokyo of the, I think there was a gathering for all the teachers. So they are really, really fresh from the ovens with so much goodness and so much news to share with all of you. So tonight, whoever that comes here, you are actually getting a lot of gifts. So Merry Christmas one more time. All right, we are starting in a very short time. Perhaps if you're ready, you want to get some notes, you want to get a pen or the notebook that could help you. Please go ahead and do so. Or if you would like to have a cup of coffee, by all means, why not? So let us put our hands together and put as many flowers, diamonds, roses to welcome our two teachers, Teacher Giggling and Teacher Choi.
Thank you, Helena. Thank you for having us tonight.
Yes, where is Mr. Choi?
Hi, thank you, Helena. I think Merry Christmas to everybody, and also thank you for having us tonight. And this is really a beautiful night.
Indeed, indeed. It is a beautiful night because I can see a lot of beautiful faces on the screen. And I was just wondering, right, now that you just came back from Japan and also you've attended Advanced Level 3. Now, before I plunge into that scenario, because that is something so exciting and so thrilling, I would like to know about you, both of you. Could you briefly tell us about yourself? Teacher Giggling first, ladies first.
Okay, so I am a retired engineering director from Osram. I have retired almost 2 years since then. And for me, I think learning this SIT system of Geshe Michael is putting me through a lot of changes because I discovered that there are alternative ways to get things done. And the alternative way, it seems to be much better and more reliable as compared to the ways that have been working in the past. So personally, I've been through many management training and etc. in working in a multinational company. there were really a lot of opportunities to be exposed to all kinds of trainings from all the masters and gurus worldwide. But those methods sometimes work and sometimes not. And learning from Geshe Michael, it gave me a way that it works much more reliable in the way that I can felt the correlation and the connection. And this has made me felt that life is much more in control, much more in my hand. And it brings me a lot of positive changes in my life and my family, at work, at home. And that's how it make me felt life is much more meaningful.
Wow, thank you. Thank you for sharing. I heard the keyword more in control because I'm also quite a control freak. And then he says, life is more meaningful. I believe so as well. It is truly a life-changing moment. Well, let us hear from Mr. Choi.
Hi.
A little bit about yourself.
Hello, Choi. I'm Choi from Penang, Malaysia. I also retired last year, and we start to learn from Geshe Michael from 2017. By professional, I am an engineer, but I retired from Robert Bosch, a German company, automotive company, as an engineering and project director. And then from last year onward, we put a lot of times to learn from Geshe Michael, because what we learned from him from 2017 really make our life drastically change, especially what we learned from him changed drastically or significantly our belief system and how we look at the world. And he made me much different when we deal with people, deal with things that happen in our life. This is why we talked to Harina and the team that it's good for us tonight on Boxing Days and to share something which is very meaningful to everybody. This is the reason why we do it tonight. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Choi and Gekling. And I think when they say they were in the system since 2017, I was counting with my fingers, 2018, 2019. Wow, that's many years. So can you imagine? So many years and so many changes. So tonight, do you think you're going to have very little stories or you're going to have lots of stories? I can guarantee you they're going to share a lot of interesting stories that because of the system, what is the before? You know, have you seen those before and after pictures? This is the same thing. They have a before their life, the SID system, and then they have the after the SID system. So, well, before I prop even further, can I ask the two of you to just pick up these questions? Can you tell me what was your life like before 2017?
Wow, what a good question. Too many things that we can talk about since, I'm getting close to 60, Helena, you know, we are same age. Oh, now we disclose two of us are same age, okay? Even we are born in the same month, all right? So, you know, we have gone through a life that is quite a lot of things that we have seen. And I would say my life is, I would consider quite smooth. In fact, I saw some of my ex-colleagues are here, people like TW, Lim, and some of my other friends are here, okay? So yeah, I think TW Lim, we have been a colleague for quite a long time. We worked in the same department before. And I would say I consider my life, I'm quite lucky and I have been having quite a good career growth as well. But there is something missing in life that I felt, sometimes I felt that for one of the things I see, changes happen. And I'm a strong believer of stability. That means I like things to be stable because I always felt that changes will bring trouble, especially we work in a big corporate, system changes. Wow, they change the IT system, they change the SAP system, they change the system. Any changes give us a lot of trouble. And the other change they like to do is management change, organization change. And all those changes actually cause me a lot of stress. And I felt that I'm not in control. Just now I talked about in control. I felt I'm not in control. There's nothing much I can do. Okay. And well, if sometimes the change happen and we happen to be good, then we are happy. But when the changes happen and we are at the losing side, then we were like, well, what can I do? Okay. We just feel stressed. There's one time I even thinking of, I should leave the company. I should leave the job. I should find another job, because we felt that this is not something I can control. How do I change my boss, right? How do I change the company organization? And that's how I felt about life when things are not going according to what I wish to see.
So that's what you felt. You felt that you are like hanging on the string, constantly have to watch out what's next, right? But then that was before 2017. Let's hear from Mr. Choi. What was his life? Yours is hanging on the track. What about Mr. Choi?
I think my life is more miserable than GL because
Oh dear.
yeah, I'm working in my first company is a Japanese company, Sony Corporation. I worked there for 20 years, and you know the Japanese working style, right? Long hours, a lot of work. I think I have some old colleagues in the floor tonight. They can understand. And later, when I changed my job to a German company, Robert Bosch, before 2017, actually, for me, there's no Saturday, Sunday, because I work in project. And these are two very aggressive company, huge company. And the project that we handle is really huge. So basically, especially in Sony, I more or less, I work 7 days a week. And I work almost 14 hours a day. So you just imagine as that type of life that I have. And also when I go to Robert Bosch, I thought the life would be better, but actually it's not, because the time difference between here in Germany is 6 hours or 7 hours, depend on the months. So when they are working, actually, we are at night. So actually, and we are in project, we are in automotive international project. So they can call us anytime. So this is the life that we have. When I travel, I also bring along with my notebook, even a family holiday, I bring around the notebooks. And in my life, it's just work and eating and sleeping, that's all. Until 2017, when I start to learn from Geshe Michael, I understand what is the root cause for causing all this. I start to use the method that Geshe Michael taught me. All right, so we plant seed. Actually, from 2017, my life is different. I can have my night free. I can have a book study in my house here, almost at least 2-3 book study group in my house. And then that actually transformed my life very much after learning and apply, of course, the method that we learned from Geshe Michael. Yeah.
Wow. So when you talk about, the two of you talks about before 2017, one was hanging on the string, another one was feeling very miserable. Can you tell me that what was your relationship like? Because that you're talking about your work, because I believe sometimes relationship also matters, right? Would you be able to share some of your relationship as well? With colleagues? Yeah.
Okay, let me answer this first. So I think our relationship still okay, because we work. I mean, our life is filled with work. So but we don't have so much deeper inside discussion about life, but a lot of his work. I still remember one time GL want to go to Germany. I think she need to go to airport, and she say, okay, come and fetch me to airport. But that night I have something which is important, because my factory is in the mainland. I need to cross the bridge. So, but I really cannot come back on time to fetch her to airport. Then she's so angry, she drive the car to the airport and leave it there and go to Germany, and he expect me to find a way to bring the car back. So that is something which can happen, but in general, our family relationship is still okay. But more on our work life, right? Work life is really miserable. I believe many people in Penang, especially if you work in a factory, you will maybe facing the same problem, or maybe elsewhere also. Yeah.
Right. When you say miserable, right? I believe people wants to know how miserable is. Maybe you can share a little bit about your miserable.
Just imagine that when you day in and day out, you go to work and you come back, you leave your bag. When I reach home, it's already almost 8 o'clock. So we have our dinner with, then we pick up our notebook and we start to communicate with Germany or whatever, our customer all over the world. So until 11 o'clock, sometimes even 11 o'clock, I need to call my colleague and getting something done. So, and this is not saying 5 days a week, because Saturday, if my customer, because we are doing automotive, if my customer is Japanese, like Nissan and all this, Japanese, they also, there's no such thing as Saturday or Sunday. They can actually expect something from us. So that means I need to get people to work even during weekend. And that is the life that we have.
Wow, that's
Okay.
quite miserable for me. I think for me, because I sleep early, when you talk about this, it sounds miserable. Now, what about you, Giggling?
Elena, before I answer for myself, let me tell you a bit of secret about how miserable our life is because of his behavior. Okay. Whenever we go travel, just now he mentioned about he bring the laptop and together, and then every morning he must open up the laptop and start to talk about work with his colleague, make calls before we can start our day during holiday. So that is one thing. But there's another thing that make us feel miserable is that he always sees something that goes wrong, either with the hotel or with the room or with the booking or something. And he will keep complaining, he will make a big noise and things like that. And sometimes we felt like, oh my God, and my daughters will say, oh my God, Daddy will go and complain again. So there were so many things that could go wrong. And sometimes it make our life miserable because it felt like, oh, we are together in one family, right? And this guy is going to make complaint at the front desk and things like that. So that is one of the miserable things. Besides that, we cannot start our day until he finishes his call. All right. So that's how miserable life can be on one hand. For me, you asked about, well, what happened, right? What happened when we get into some challenges in life? Well, as I say, I always think that I'm not in control. So sometimes I just give up. Okay, I just give up. Well, after all, I've done my best. That's how I think. I've done my best. And you talk about relationships. So one of the things I felt that when I'm not in control, then forget about it. Okay, forget about it. You just leave it. Okay. So like, for example, in my family relationship, when I see that the relationship between my extended families and things like that, that some disharmony happen within the extended families and things like that, I will just say, this is none of my business. Okay. After all, they are not staying with me. I only met them like maybe a few times a year, like only for a half a day for a festival or some special gathering. Just forget about it. Just ignore them. Okay. After all, okay, they are not going to give big trouble in my life. So that's how I see as relationship issue, because who want to touch on such a topic? And it's not easy to tell someone that I don't feel happy with you, right? Helena, I believe you won't go to your extended family, say, hey, I don't like how this is how we work, or this is how you treat me, or some things like that, right? We won't do it, right? So the best way is that artificial harmony, we just pretend we are okay, and then we just avoid facing the challenge and just think that, okay, nothing goes wrong. After all, maybe the next time we meet is 6 months later or 3 months later.
Any one of you touch the hot button on this? Like what they're talking about, the problem and the challenges, they seems to prick a little bit in my heart. Anyone? Same as me? Well, I think it's very common because it happens in life, so there's nothing wrong with it. But then, one thing I want to ask, because you're talking about the complaints and all those things, and then you work so hard to get what you want, and then you have to work on the different hours. So that must be, you believe something, right? That you have to work so hard, right? So can you share a little bit on this matter that I've just spoken about? Like, you have to work so hard. If you don't work so hard, even you have to torture yourself because you say it's so suffering, it's so miserable, because you want to get our bucket of our paycheck, right? So can you share a little bit what was the way you think or the way you believe?
Yes, I can share my story. After I attend the advanced level 3 teacher training, 16 days, right, with Professor Michael and the professor in St. Donald College, I reflect back my whole life until now, and I can really understand many things, especially on the belief system that I have. I grew up from a very, considered very poor family. Both my parents is a construction worker, and we live in a house. I cannot say a house because my grandmother sold away half of the house, left only half, 4 rooms, and stayed with 4 families inside, 2 of my uncles there. So my mother always told me that you need to study hard, you need to go to the good university, then you get a good job, then you get rid of all this type of life. This is my childhood. So that means with that, and also I look at my neighbor, he's quite a wealthy family, have a factory, so you can see they have a car, they have a TV, which we don't have at all at that times. So in my heart, I built a belief system. If I want to have a better life, I need to really study very hard, and I need to go to a very good university so that I have a good job, so to make things change. So with this belief system in my heart, which I not even know, they already grow in my heart, he really pushed me up, and I study all the way. I go to University of Malaya. I think one of the best universities that we have, and doing engineering there, which is also, I feel, is very difficult. But somehow, especially for an average student like me, but with the belief system that in my heart, he actually pushed me overcome all this. After graduate from the university, then I get a job. And that time also a kind of belief system is pushing me, because both my father and my uncle is all construction worker. Later they become a supervisor. And they always also told me that, because I'm the eldest in the family, right? So they always told me that you come to work, you must work very hard so that you can secure the job, and you get a good increment every year, and you can have a better life. So my belief system also in work, I need to work very hard. I need to really get people to work hard also, and cannot relax, because once you relax, it's not like now. I mean, we talk about 30 years ago, and there's not many factories here. So if you don't work hard, you might lose your job, right? So that is my belief. So in my work, this is why I believe he mold me become what I am. So that's why I'm working very hard, and because of this belief system. So that's why the belief system is very important, because it drives us to do things that even we don't know, right? And also they affect our decision making, because they are underneath our heart, our subconscious, to get things done. So that's why the belief system is really important. And I really reflect this very deeply after I attend St. Michael's SCIM. And I understand why I'm behaved like this throughout my career and throughout my life until now. So this is what I realized. That.
Wow. Wow, wow. No wonder you can enter Malaya University, because it's not a very easy university to get in. Well done. So these belief systems that you have is that you have to work hard, you cannot relax, then only can get what you want. What about you, Giggling?
Well, especially after I attended this advanced level 3, it really made me reflect on myself because, as Troy mentioned just now, the belief system is something embedded into our life from the day we are born. We have been fed with all those little thing in life. And because when we are like when we are young, we are like we say like a sponge. We absorb all those things without knowing is good or bad. And as far as the parents is giving us this information, we take it in. We just absorb it without processing, without conscious effort. But they stay with us, stay in our subconscious mind. And now, as we check, because advanced level 3 is telling us how to check, okay, how to reflect it back. And once we reflect it back, then discover that just now we talk about this control. Okay, why I want to be in control? Because I felt that only when I'm in control, I can get jobs done. And how does it reflect in my leadership? Okay, actually I have a big team in my organization. And one of the way, before I learned from Jason Michael, is that to be in control, I need to keep a distance with my team member. Okay, because I have to believe that you don't be too close. Once you're too close, then you have close relationship, then you can't really control anymore because they are your good friend, right? Hey, Helena, you're my friend. If you do something wrong, how I'm going to say something not so nice to you, how I'm going to act on you and things like that. I was like, I must keep a distance. Okay. So, but that belief of keeping a distance is actually branches into, for example, I'm not that connect to people. I'm not that having this emotional connection with team members. And that distance, I would not say that is making me or preventing me from making success. I'm still quite success in my career. I'm still quite success in my family life. But yet, there is certain part that missing until I learned the SIT system from Jason Michael. Because of that missing the caring about people, missing the connection with the people. That is something I never discover and I never think that I need it. Okay, because my belief system about keeping a system people away will make me getting my job done is so strong that it overpowered the so-called the weakness that I cannot see. And this is why Jason Michael said, we need a mirror. We need a life system mirror. We need to look into ourselves. What is inside here that I have been fed all the time? And yeah, it's so many things that we have been embedded since young, and it just become part of us without recognizing it. And only now we start to reflect. Even I have learning since 2017. This advanced level 3 is putting me in position to reflect more. Okay, more on what are the things inside me. For example, stepping up to have this talk. Actually, what motivates me to approach Helena and say, let's have a talk tonight. What motivates me? Actually, is the talk from the meeting with Jason Michael in Kyoto that happened a few weeks ago. And he is giving a lot of encouragement that share what you have learned, teach what you have learned. Otherwise, you are wasting my time, Jason Michael's time. He said, I spend so much time to teach you all. And if you do not share, you are wasting my lifetime. Wow, it was such a serious message from our teacher. But I asked myself, what if I share and people don't like my talk? So there's another system that is inside my mind. Okay, while I want to share my knowledge, also thinking about it. Well, what do you think? I'd like to hear something in the chat box. What if some of you don't like my talk tonight? How do you think I feel deep inside my conscious mind, subconscious mind? What do you think I will feel?
Yeah, type in the chat box. What do you think?
I also can understand Bahasa Indonesia, I believe, because it's quite close to Malay language. What if you want to give a talk like me tonight and you feel that people don't like your talk, how do you feel about it? Vietnamese, maybe I can't understand, but Rio can help. Waste my time? Yes. You might feel waste my time, but what else? Disappointed, demotivated. I think for me, there's one thing. I felt like I lose my face lah. Okay. I don't know. I feel like, oh yo, people think you are I mean, people feel that wow, you are such a lousy speaker. Okay. So that is what inside my thing was thinking. I was contemplate on this, and I felt that, oh my God, that is what inside my mind. And once I have this realization, what I start to think is, what can I turn this into something that can benefit others? I should not be putting me, myself, at the center of the consideration when I want to do something. And this is where it motivates me that, well, I should think about how do I share and how do I make this thing more meaningful to everyone here, thinking about how to make this talk, okay, something that everyone can take away something. That was coming to my mind after I considering this matter that, oh, I really felt that, oh, I'm a failure, okay, I didn't do a good job. Putting on all my success as the key factor for the talk, or I thinking of what can I share that's something that will benefit people. Everyone can take away a little thing that you can still think about it sometime in the future that you felt, okay, maybe I can come and learn the SIT system. Maybe I can come and join DMO book club. Maybe I can ask Gigling or Choi or Helena something about it. Maybe they have another alternative solution for my situation. Just any takeaway that will be meaningful for me. So putting that aside, then I say, okay, Helena, why not we do a talk? That's what, how subtle is sometimes our so-called belief system. And we are blinded with that. We are blind. We don't know it unless we really contemplate on it.
Yeah.
Yes, fantastic. I like the way you put words like, think about what I can benefit others. And I think that is a very huge driving force. And I like your way you say connections and caring. I think oftentimes we are too carried away with ourselves. Our ego comes before anything else. And like you said, the face, right? So there's no connections, there is no caring. But tonight, you shared something very powerful. Success is not about you. It's about what I can share to others so that they can have some takeaways. Well, are you going to share now your takeaways? I am very excited now. So let us hear again from you, right? Because I was just listening very attentively what you were saying. Can you share a little bit? What do you mean by a life system that you have created or that you have learned? Can you briefly explain?
Okay, a little bit about it is that a life system is that means something that we believe in, something that we use it like a guideline for us. But the challenge is, it is part of us and we do not see it. Okay, this is something like, for example, we talk about food. Hey, everybody likes food, right? So let's talk about food. We have different nationality here. We got Indonesian, we got Malaysian, we got Australian, we got Singaporean, Malaysian, Vietnamese, and all different food. And I enjoy eating food as well. And each one of us have our preference. And usually our preference is also something that to deal with us when we are when our mom cook for us. That's why we got what? Hometown, homegrown, home cooked food and things like that. This is something we like. Like when I travel, I like to try different kind of food. But after a while, when we are back in Malaysia, what we do? We will go and start eat something that is local, right? Something we miss. So that's what we believe that is probably the best food we have because it matches with what we eat in the young days. So now the question is something that very common to us, but might not be common to another person. Okay, I work in a German company. Frankly speaking, until now, I still want to laugh because how many of us here, when you eat rice, I think most of us eat rice, right? We know eat rice, maybe not Jackie, but the rest of us, mostly the Asian people, we eat rice, right? So do you use fork or spoon to scoop the rice into your mouth? Spoon or fork? Spoon. Okay, yeah, TW, spoon. Yeah, you see, most of us use spoon. Sudu, yeah, Abina. But do you know the American and German, they use fork to scoop the rice? I was like, why you guys are so stupid? That's my thing inside my mind, okay? It was like, why you use the fork, okay? It's like so weird, okay? That's my thought. And then later, I discover for them, spoon is for soup, okay? It's not for rice. That's so different, okay? And they use knife, and we hardly use knife. Even I go for buffet in the hotel, I hardly want to use knife to cut the salad or the thing because for me, the spoon and the fork can do the job. So that is different. And this is how belief system and life system is because they are just part of us. We don't have to consciously to think about it. Hey, should I use a spoon to eat? No need, right? We don't have to think because automatically we'll use it. So it's something with us and we hardly recognize it. That is what our belief system. And we believe that is true because it might come from our parents, like what we say, from the day we are born. It might come from our friends, okay? When we are growing up, we got a group of friends together and this is how they did and we learn from them. And we might be from the cultural, this is how we are grown. And then when we grow up, of course, we got more friends. And when we go and work in a corporate, for example, that's why we always say corporate do have a corporate culture. I work in a German company for 30 over years. So we have this German culture and people will tell you American culture is different. Okay, Japanese culture is different. I still remember we have a big trouble with our Japanese customer because there's a big clash between German culture and Japanese culture. So that is how we learn sometimes in a painful way because everyone have a different culture or belief system. Yeah, that's how I would explain. It's a really something complex, but we might not see it because to us it's normal. Okay, this is how my mom teach me, this is how my teacher teach me, this is all my friends are doing, this is all my company people are doing. So to us, this is part of our belief system. I mean, Choi, if you want to add in something.
Yeah, I agree with you. Basically, especially for those people, you work with many people, your belief system actually can give you a lot of trouble if you don't realize it. Just like for me, all the while I'm working for multinational company, I deal with many people and from all over the world. The belief system that we have hidden inside us actually is the source of a lot of argument in the meeting. Because when the Germans saying something like the schedule is very important. So because it's important, they take very long time to make a decision. Once they make a decision, they won't change. Very difficult for them to change, even though they know this is not very good because they go through a long process. So, but for us, it's very flexible. For Malaysia, right? Everything pole, right? So you want me to change something which already existing there, I can change overnight. But if you don't understand, we have a different belief system, and we need to respect each other's belief systems. So then this is the source of all the arguments in the meeting and dealing with people. That's why Casey Michael always saying that in the advanced level 3, I'm not doing the sales talk tonight, typically, because this is what I want. Like GL is mentioned that we are very lucky to have a breakfast with Casey Michael in Kyoto. And he is keep on saying that, like Kelling's mentioned, don't waste my time. He already 70 years old. Every second for him is important. So he spent so much time to create a 300 pages manual for advanced level 3. Please share with others. right? You cannot share the whole thing, share something which benefit people. That's why we share tonight. So that's why the belief system that we have actually, we not even know it. Frankly speaking, I not even bother about it before I meet Keshe Michael recently. And now I know that the belief system is the cause of all the good thing and bad thing in my life. So I actually contemplate it a lot. So I try to find out why I behave in this way. So by doing this, you can actually help you to have a better life in the future, to deal with people with much more tolerance. So if you ask me, just like I work, actually we are very lucky to stay in Malaysia, because in Malaysia is the best platform for you to understand the different belief system, because Malay have a different belief system, Chinese have a different, Indian have a different, all the different races, like especially like Helena in Sabah, Sarawak, they are much more different races, which they have a different belief system. And we need to study and understand why they behave like this. Don't get into emotion when you feel that they offense you, because they believe that is correct. Just like I want to share you one picture. So you see this picture? This is a picture when I go to Japan, sometimes many years ago when I work in Sony. They took me to a restaurant and they want me to try ikisukuri. And this is a kind of very precious food in Japan, because what they do is that they take the fish live, they slide out the skin, the meat, and they slide into sashimi, and in the very thin, and they put back the fish, and the fish still alive. So that time I told my counterpart, I don't want to take this because it make me feel that it's very, very bad if I take some food like this. But for them, this is very precious. If you don't take, they feel very bad, because so under that situation, you need to understand the difference in culture. I'm not asking you to take it, but you can explain from your perspective. So that is how and why belief system is really important to help us doing much better in our job and our family. Even your children have a different belief system with you, right? And just last night, even it's Christmas night, I spent 3 hours in Eastin Hotel to listen to a talk. And one thing really impressed me is that the speaker is saying that your children have a different belief system or view on money, right? You go to Starbucks, you spend, like my age, I already 62. I go to Starbucks, ask me to spend $20 for a cup of coffee. I feel it's very expensive. But I think 2 of my girls, I don't think they have this feeling, right? So they have a different belief system. Money for me and money for them is different. If I get angry, they always go to Starbucks, then something is wrong, because they have a different belief system. So to understand this is really important.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. Now, wow, the time seems to go so fast. I have so much to ask. Well, maybe just to make a quick one, can you tell me what's the difference that you can give us some tips, right? We like tips, so give us some tips. What was the first thing that your most biggest key takeaway after incorporating advanced level 3? What was the thing that really gave you the aha moments?
Well, I think one of the life tool for some of you that you know the DCI system, you have life tool. I think one of the questions in this advanced level 3, they're going to give us 9 questions, and every question is important. But one that strikes me really, really strong is, what is the life purpose of me? That this is something we should ask every morning, every day when we wake up. Why am I here? What can I do? I think this has really struck me a lot, that in combination with Geshe Michael's meeting in Kyoto, that really put me on the spot that, yeah, life is short, we all know, but what can I do with the time that I have? So that is really make me really think a lot on this question lately, because we all don't want to miss the opportunity. We have been hurt a lot. Many people will tell you life is short, enjoy life while you can, do something meaningful. I mean, we hear all these advices, right? We heard a lot, we read a lot. I think it's not something new to every one of us. But when you put the whole 9 parameters together, and this question is one of them, it made me really reflect much deeper on myself. And the other thing I like is that they ask us to check about consistency in our belief system. How consistent am I in my belief system from one scenario to another? Are they consistent? Actually, I see this as one of my biggest trouble also. There are many times we act differently. We are not consistent. When under stress, when under pressure, we act and think of a completely different choice that is inconsistent with our belief when we are calm and when we are kind. So that is also the other key takeaway from me, that how consistent our own belief system. And to be successful, we need to be always consistent. But the other thing Geshe Michael said, we are not changing your belief system. We are not trying to change any one of us here and say what is the best belief system, what you should choose for your belief system. No, it's more on us. We reflect on our own belief system and we decide which one is suit for us. But one thing is that he warned us that this thing is always changing, because our life is changing. Change is the only constant, and we need to keep changing and adjust our belief system to be successful. I think that's the other key takeaway. So you ask for one, I'll give you so many. It's so many things that we can
Right.
take
Thank
away.
you. Thank you. Oh no, I still have one more. You see, everybody is looking forward to 2024, right? So can you give us one guideline? How do we face 2024? Or maybe give us some tips.
I pass it to Troy first.
Yeah. This is why I want to do it before New Year. My suggestion is that this is what I'm doing. Review your belief system. There's no right or wrong belief system. All right. Just like Geshe Michael said, you can go for vegetarian or you can go for McDonald's every day to eat all the meat. It's okay. But only thing you must ask yourself really to go deeper into your belief system, what you believe. Right? So in the belief system that we have, something like we should not have anything contradicting. Let's say I believe we should be honest to things, because we work in a development company. We don't want people copy our design without let us know. So we honest those people, which is very they follow all this. But in another side, actually, I don't know I like to buy pilot CD and DVD last time. I still have some, even though I disposed many of that. These two beliefs actually is contradicting, and they make you a lot of trouble deep in your heart, because you know something is right, but like Gio saying that under certain circumstances, you are doing something which is totally different from what you believe. So this actually will cause problem in your life. And that's why from now until 1st of January, you can actually contemplate, look into your belief system, pick up one or two and try it. Am I consistent? Whether my belief system is really good or correct, all right, for myself, not for others. And can my belief system bring me to what I want? So if not, then find some way to upgrade it, all right? So that is what you can do before 1st of January. And this is what I'm doing now, contemplate on some of my belief system. And hopefully I can upgrade it before 1st of January.
Thank you so much. For those who have missed out, let me give you a summary of what the tips you can do to face your 2024. Well, we have to review your belief system, all right, to see whether it is inconsistent. Example, like he says, you you got to be honest, but at the same time, you're buying pirate products. So that is not consistent. So perhaps all these things, we have to go a bit deeper. Take time to look within yourself. So this is one thing I pick it from them. And now, because of time constraint, but we have Q&A, I'm going to pick up some questions, and probably some of you may have some of the same questions that you would like to ask. So for number one, the question is from, everyone see things based on their own belief system. How could we convey our message effectively if both parties have different belief system? Take it away, Choi or Gickling.
Well, what makes life interesting is that we are different, right? If every one of us, I still remember this when one of my Form 6 teacher, he said, humans are born to be different. If humans all born to have the same opinion, he said the life is going to be very boring. Everybody go to shopping, will like the same kind of design, will like the same kind of color, and will eat the same type of food. Then he said, life have to be different. Learn how to accommodate those differences. This is where people can stay together in a nice way. It is not a concern when we recognize the difference. If we respect, like our parents, like Choi mentioned just now about the Starbucks concept, the Starbucks coffee, how much money, how much is the value for a Starbucks coffee compared to a coffee in the normal kopitiam, the normal coffee shop, okay? How do you value it? Environment, blended, and things like that. It's recognizing the difference. I don't have to go to Starbucks each time now I want a coffee just because my daughter believes it's good. And I don't have to go against my daughter because she believes that Starbucks coffee is what suits them. So it's not about I want to convert them to my coffee, or they convert me, or I convert myself to the Starbucks coffee. It's recognizing the difference and respecting the difference itself will actually solve a lot of the problem. Because most of the time, where the conflicts happen, where the things get into trouble, is that we all protect very hard our belief system. Helena, you my daughter, you should not go to Starbucks. You should follow mommy. Okay, mommy say this is the best coffee. You should save money for your coffee. This is where the conflict will come in. Where's where the family will run into trouble. Okay,
Yeah.
that's how I would say, because we will not convert anyone to a different belief system. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think this is important, especially in this particular teaching by Casey Michael. He keep on remind us that you're definitely should not have the intention to change anybody's belief system, because this is what they grow up and what they learn since their childhood. And definitely they believe this is correct. So, but we just provide some tools for people, provide some guidelines for people how to review your belief system. After review, you want to stick on it, it's definitely okay. So like for me and GL, we believe we should not take, should not kill life just because of our food. So we go for vegetarian. And like today, this afternoon, we have a family lunch with a big group of GL's family. So it's all in a normal restaurant, but we still can enjoy it very much. We just take something which we think we want to take. And we don't offend any other people's belief, right? Because people might not don't think we should not take meat, all right? This is absolutely okay for me. So by understand every pupil have a different belief system, and we know how to respect and how to tolerate this will help us very, very much in our life. This is what the biggest takeaway for me from
Wow.
what I learned.
Thank you very much. Now, before I take on to the second questions, can we take a group pictures because the excitement is so high and I would like to keep that thrilling excitement. Can we take a picture for tonight, everyone? Turn on your camera because you know, I remember the both teachers were talking about connections and also caring. Do you know that one of my mentor was teaching me the last time I attended. He says that each time you attend a Zoom class, always look into each windows because that's where you get connected with all of them. So let us turn on our camera so that tonight, you and I and all of us can have connections and care for one another. IT, can you please help to take a beautiful pictures for us?
Okay, everyone, please stand by while I take. Hold on.
You put on your love or whatever. I
Okay,
think
give
the
me a
latest
while
one is
because
like
we have got 4 pages. Just give me a while.
I think that's the latest one. They're talking about like
Hold
this.
on. Okay, second page. Give me a while. Smile, everyone. Hold on. Okay, to my third page. Hold on. One more to go. Please hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, done. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you so much. All of you looks amazing and beautiful and handsome. All right, so let's go on to the second question. It's very interesting. Wow, the heat just keep on going up. I'm so happy. So I heard that you've been talking a lot about advanced level 3. So these questions comes in very timely because they were asking, for some of us who have not attended advanced level 3, what other levels or contemplations can help us to identify this life system?
Okay, I remember I read a book a few years ago. There was I can't remember the name. I think it's the founder of the Coursera. Choi, you remember the Japanese? What's the name already?
I know the Chinese name.
Can't remember. Okay, so he wrote a very famous book, and he mentioned about it. He said a lot of things when we learn when we are young are the right thing, but as we grow up, we start to leave behind those beliefs. So, and we start to be very smart. We start to think that we know how to find our way in between and get it over. But those are the ways usually bring us into trouble. Okay, those are the way that really lead us into problem. And we know, frankly speaking, if we take some time to reflect on it, we know these are not the right thing. Like Choi mentioned just now, pirated CD. We know, but why make us still want to buy? Cheaper, right? Oh yeah, it's cheap, it saves some money. Then what else? Cut the queue. Why not? Okay? Because since we can be faster, we always felt that, wow, that's my right. If I can cut the queue another car and I can get the next parking lot just in front, means I'm the winner. So we think of a lot of things is how to get it for myself. And even we do not advance level 3, you start to contemplate on the small thing in the life. You start to find this inconsistency. What about putting ourselves into the other person's shoes? If you are the one who lose the parking lot because someone overtake it in the last minute from the other direction or whatever, how do you feel? Wow, it's so unfair, right? It's not right, right? I'm here already just because you come from the other direction, da, 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 da. We have a lot of things. We know what's right and what's wrong. We know we have taken advantage or not taken advantage. But the trouble is that we always justify ourselves for the wrong things we did. Oh, I'm rushing. Oh, because this person is slow, because he didn't see and things like that. So even we don't attend advanced level 3, to me, there's a lot of opportunity. We know what is right and what's wrong. Because if we go deep into ourselves, be honest to ourselves, we know what's right and what's wrong. That's how I would see.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thank
Ivy, for the
Thank you
challenging
so much.
question.
Thank you, teacher.
Actually,
Teng.
yeah.
Hmm.
Actually, just to add in is that even though you don't attend advanced level 3, but now we tell you your belief system actually can give you a lot of help, or also can give you a lot of obstacle or damage to your life if you are not aware of it. So the first thing to upgrade your belief system, if necessary, is to aware that everyone have a belief system. That is a very basic takeaway tonight. So you can think about it like, when I want to do something, let's say you face somebody which disagree with you, you can think about it to we have the same belief system on this particular matter. It might be just because we have a different belief system, they think to do this way is correct, but I don't agree because my belief system, this is something which is not right, right? So then because of we respect each other's belief system, then we are not come to emotion so easy. So we'll help you. And you can contemplate, if you have nothing to do, you can sit down to contemplate, think back what you have done every day, and think back, this is something you believe or not? This is in your belief system, then will help you very much to at least do a self-check on your belief system, whether is it consistent or not, or whether you need a different belief system or you need to upgrade it. So this is something you can do even you don't attend the advanced level 3. Until today, I still not really use the method that taught by Geshe Michael, but I'm using the way that how we review our belief system. Of course, his method is very powerful. I go very deep so that if you follow what he teach you, and you actually can do a very, I can say is much complete review on your belief system, whether your belief system, how benefit you, or whether you need to upgrade it or not. So this is what I shared.
All right. Thank you, teacher. But I have actually one burning question from one of the audience. It says, you've been talking a lot about advanced level 3. Why is that we need to attend advanced level 3? Because you talk a lot about belief system.
Yeah.
So if I were to attend advanced level 3, what can I benefit from it?
Okay. I just give you a briefly, what are the things that they offer in advanced level 3? Because this is the advanced level. Of course, it's much deeper, but good thing is that for advanced level 3, you don't need any basic foundation from the previous, let's say we have a 12 foundation level, we have 2 advanced level, you don't need any knowledge about this. That is something which is very good. In advanced level 3, again, they have 12 chapter. First, I think Geshe Michael let you aware that how you assess yourself so that you understand, I have a belief system. Then, if you accept, you agree that you have a belief system, then there's some opportunity you can upgrade it. I upgrade it for free because belief system, you don't pay money to mold your belief system in the past. So then he provide you an ancient method, which inside there they have 9 parameters. In Chinese, they call Chan Su. Well, recently, there's very hot about these 2 words, Chan Su, parameter. And this is a 9 question, help you to help. He will ask you to answer so that you are aware how you think about this 9 parameter. Just like you want to buy a pair of pants, then there's something which you need to ask so that you get a correct pair of pants. So like the size, the width size, the length, the material, these are the questions they will ask. What material you want? All right, then you might prefer something which is different from others, but this is what you want. I cannot say no, this is not good, right? But they asked you to review this 9 questions. But after review this 9 questions, you are in a better position to understand yourself, especially your belief system. So then also they provide you certain guidelines to check whether they are contradicting between one and the others or not. If there's a contradicting, how to resolve it, right? Then that are the 12 life tools that inside the Advanced Level 3 to give you a tools not to not to ask you to accept certain belief system, but tools that just a measurement tip, right, to measure your belief system so that you can make a decision whether you want to upgrade it or you want to keep it because you are happy with it. Is totally okay. But because you understand your belief system now much deeper, when you face any life situation, you know where you are and you know why you react this way, then you can make a choice. Yeah, this is what I feel in Advanced Level 3.
Thank you, Teacher Giggling and Teacher Choi. Now, for all the audience, if you still have some burning questions, both teachers are willing to stay back when this session ends for another 20 minutes. Wow, that's what a big bonus, right? So I do not want to take up the time because some of them will have to leave by 9:15. But anyway, since we're talking about the Advanced Level 3, I believe some of you might be very interested to know how can I attend. So can IT share the slides, please?
Can you just go on her first?
Yeah, so you see, in fact, DMO Wisdom Asia is actually offering offering for the offers to attend the course, which will be held in January. And actually, the early bird has already ended yesterday. But today, you people are very special to us. So we extend one more day, that is today. So you're able to enjoy the early bird privileges. So when Anne were to show the slides, you'll be able to know what is the pricing. So in different countries, they have different, different pricings. Maybe you can connect with like Indonesia and Vietnam. They have different price. You can connect with the organizers there. Apart from that, while waiting for Anne to show us a slide, I would like to inform that today you spend your time, and then on the 28th, I would like to encourage you all to come and join us for the next talk show on how he regains his bad debts and turn it into something lucrative and thriving. So this particular speaker, which I've invited, shared a very touching moments with me. And I truly, sincerely would encourage you all to come and join this talk show, which will be on the 28th at 8 p.m. So this will be one of the highlights for on the 28th. Now, we also know that since all of you are so interested in all this and be wondering, right? This is something so new to me. I don't know what's going on. Well, don't fret, because we have one place called the book club. And it is every Monday we have the book club. And it's conducted by both teachers. And this book club is actually based on the book by Geshe Michael. And in fact, this is the book. And it is called The Karma of Love, where there's 100 questions. And every week there'll be one question asked, and then we will be discussing over it. Okay, so if you are keen, you can scan the code later when and flash it. This is the book clubs that we have. It's every Monday at 8:30. So I will put this up for 1-2 minutes for you to scan the code so that you can register. And then the next one, and are you able to flash the advanced tree and also the speaker?
I can't, but I have managed to put it onto the chat group. There's some issue on my side. Sorry, teacher.
Oh, okay. So can I share? Maybe I'll share on my side.
Yes, teacher, go ahead. Thank
Is that
you.
okay? Hold on just a minute.
Yes.
So while waiting, right, for me to do the look for the deck, I was just wondering, right, if you are so particular about 2024, what is your plan now? Have you think about it? What's your plan? What's that you want to do? Share on the chat box and so that all of us can benefit as well. Anyone? Oh. Anyone share on the thing? All right.
It can be anything. Okay.
Anyone? So this is the one that I would like to share is on the advanced level 3. This is the early bird, which is 1560 for now. If you're interested, after hearing both teachers explain, you can scan this and this shall start kick off on the January the 5th. And we are not only having this, just for information, there's also called the DMO's lab, applications lab, where you had to follow ups, what you can do and what you can't do, or what you don't understand, you can ask. All right. Now, there's another thing I would like to share is regarding the next speaker who will be coming on board with us, and that is Mr. Tu. He's from Vietnam. Well, tonight I'm not too sure what's happening. I can't seem to find the what they call that, the poster. Something is not right. What's going on?
Helena, I can share, no worry.
Okay, can you share, please, Teacher Gekling? Thank you. So while Teacher Gekling is sharing, this is the talk that I'm talking.
Can you see now?
Mr. Tu actually was telling me his story that how he owes USD 700,000 and how he recovered. And during that period of time, his relationship with his wife was not in the best of time. So if you are also experiencing some kind of financial challenges, I would highly recommend you to come and hear how Mr. Tu overcomes it. And today, he says that he is so relaxed and actually he paid off all his debts. And that's one of the most wonderful news that I've heard. So I highly recommend you all to come over and listen to him. Take a screenshot if you want and scan and register. All right. So whoever would like to stay back for another 20 minutes to listen to or any questions that you ask, feel free to stay back, okay? So maybe I can pop in the next question so that maybe you can understand, ask, see what's the question. Okay, this question says, how do I put away myself first before I think of my loved ones? Is it wrong for one to think of oneself first? If don't, then how can I take care of my family? Both teachers, which one would you like to answer?
I think I can try that because I've been trying this very, very hard. And I think it's always start with something small.
Mhm.
This is how I practice it. When I serve food for others, like in my house, I serve food. When we have lunch, I will try to remind myself, serve my father-in-law first, serve my husband first, they only come to me. So I make it a practice, a daily practice, and this will remind me more frequent because it's very natural. Me first, okay? I take care of my need first, okay? When I fulfill my need, then I will help others. This is what usually come to me. It's very natural. But then if you make it more regular and then we coffee celebrate on this success of putting someone else first, then we can, especially when we are not rushed, We let others car go past first. We can let others, like sometimes we go to shopping, departmental store, you might have a trolley full of your groceries, and there are someone carry only a few items. Just offer them to jump queue in front of you. These are the small things that when we are relaxed, we are not rushed, we can practice it. And once we practice it, it will start to build up our habit, because we know old habit dies hard, right? We all were so hardwired to this me first from the day we are born, and we are just continue this old habit. So start with small thing and then use the 4 steps when we do it. Oh, today I'm going to learn how to practice this, use the 4 step, and then it start to build out a new habit. So for those who do know 4 steps, you're welcome to the book club, and then we can learn. It's free, okay? The book club is free. It's for every Monday. Just come and join us, and then I think Michael always say, try it out yourself. This is our story. You generate your own story, then you are convinced whether this thing will work or not. How am I convinced myself, frankly speaking? I started with planting thyme seeds. Time? Wow, we think it's impossible. How to have more time, right? Nearly impossible. But with the system, by giving people time, we are actually able to have more time. And this is why I'm convinced with the system that, wow, really I can have more time to do things that I want to do. And that's where I get stuck in the since 2017, because I really felt more and more peaceful in my life, more and more things that I can be in control now, just because of this practice.
Yeah,
So you need to try out yourself. That's what I say.
just let me to add in a little bit, because this question also you can resolve by understand the belief system. Let's say for me, after I learned from Geshe Michael, I know my belief system tell me that whatever I do to others will come back to me one day. So if you treat yourself first, so you will surrounded by people that treat themselves first. There's no priority give to you. This is a big step for me, because before that I always take my requirement into the first place, because in project I want my job to be done so that I can complete my project on time. I don't care whether you're busy or not, you need to go back for dinner. I want something which I want to complete first. But after I understand, I learned from Geshe Michael, I know that if I continue to do this, right, everything put myself first, then he will come back to me. Maybe you go back home, you talk to your children, they're not even bother about you because they put themselves first. So this is, against it's a belief system. And if you believe things will come back to you when you do it to other people, then you will slowly change. This is how it motivates me to change. So this is why I say belief system is really important. If you understand the belief system and make use of it, then you really bring a lot of benefit to you. And actually, I'm using this different belief system to make a lot of changes in my career. And at the end, I have much enjoyable career before I retire. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Now we have one burning question. Since Giggling talks about control, these questions came in very timely. How do you get rid of your control in order to be happy?
Oh, good question. Good question. This person must have paid a lot of attention, or maybe you have the same habit like me, like to control. Well, I think it all comes back to how do we understand what do we believe? Like I mentioned, if I believe being in control is how I get the things I want, then I will keep trying to control. But once we understand whether I get what I want, especially at work, what do we want to be in control? Because we want the result, right? We have KPI, we want to achieve KPI, we want to get the things done within the timeline, we want to finish what the boss wants us to do. These are the things that we want. Why we want to be in control? We don't want surprise. This is why we want to be in control. Now, once we understand actually what gives us the success, what gives us the things that we need on time or even before time, the KPI is achieving the goal or not achieving the goal. Once we understand how the system is working, what is the right thing, how it works, then we don't have to be in control. In fact, we are happy to give people the control. I tell you, it's really tired when you have to control everything after you recognize it, because you put all the burden on yourself to make sure things are in control. You won't feel relaxed because thing is not done, especially when the timeline come close to it. You feel even more stress and tension because you want to make sure everything is in control. So once you know that it won't come from control, you are more relaxed, in fact, because you know when you have get the right thing planted, the right seed planted, just like you planted the watermelon, at the end, you know, watermelon seed will bring you watermelon. But yeah, it will not fail you if you take care of your watermelon plant and you water them nicely, and think you will give you the watermelon. So you will feel more relaxed. You just need to watch out your watermelon plant is going to give you the fruit. But if you just want to, how do I say, if you just hope that, oh, the watermelon will show up, okay, without taking care of the plant, then we will not see the watermelon, but we will try to fight a way to get the watermelon. Okay, this is how we used to think. We must go to the supermarket and fight the best watermelon with others so that we get the best watermelon, or we pop on it, we knock on it, we try to see how to get a good watermelon.
If you believe control can make things happen, then of course, please control. But my experience, this is my miserable life in before, because I want to in control. I can call people at night, 11 o'clock. I can call people during Sunday because I want to control the situation so that he won't feel. But again, sometimes I achieve what I want, but also sometimes it just fail, right? Things not happen. So, but when I understand this, by getting things done, I no need to control it. I just need to make sure I don't feel people. I just follow Michael's teaching to give something to other people so that which you want. So things happen. So my life before 2017, I really call people. I always work in this way. I call people at night and weekend and all this. But after that, actually, I start to let go. And of course, by doing let go, not just I don't care, I doing something, I helping people to achieve what they want. I helping my colleague, I helping my peers in the company to get what they want. Frankly speaking, for last 2, 3, 4 years before I retired, I never feel any project in my company. Everything goes still smoothly. They still online, all right? So controlling is not the source for getting things done. Believe this is also a belief system. If you believe this, then you will achieve something what you want by not controlling them, instead of by planting a lot of good things, helping other people to achieve what they want. This is also a belief system that I have in my work for last few years before I retired after learning from Michael. Yeah.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. And I think we only have 5 minutes, so it's very precious. I would like to hear from you two, both of you, maybe 2 minutes each. What is your final word of wisdom for all of us here?
Okay, for me, that is an alternative way among all the things that we think we know. So we have been exposed to different way of solving a problem, different way of getting things done. But I would say always remember there's an alternative way. And this alternative way is something that you don't have to believe us, but you can try it out yourself and prove to yourself, does it work or not? Well, sometimes it might take a while because we are not, just like farming, right? If you're a first-time farmer, you might not get the result you want. Sometimes the bugs might eat up your plant and then you don't see the result. Give yourself 3 months or so to try it out. After all, it won't cost you any loss, okay? We won't ask you to put in 10,000 ringgit just to try out the system and things like that. No, just try on something that you bothers you. Just learn something that, or come to a book club, okay, do the first step. Maybe come for a few times and you feel that this is lousy, this is not something I want, then okay, fine. You won't lose much, okay? You just lost maybe some hours of your time. So this is what we will say, come and explore another alternative. Who knows, it will help to change your life. Troy?
Yeah, I think the most important thing I think in life is that continue learning. Continue learning. Even though for us, both of us, we are already retired, and actually we are studying as hard as when we are in standard 1. Right? That's why I always feel that when we are young, before I go to work, I put in a lot of effort to study. Then I go through 30 over years of corporate life and working life. Now I come back to study again. And of course, go through all the experience that I have when I study and how to become a better people, then it's totally different. So don't stop to learn. If you think that advanced level 3 is something which is not in my plan now, then like Ling is mentioned, can come to our book club, right? It's free, and we can discuss and learn step by step how to acquire the knowledge that Geshe Michael have. And it's very difficult to find a good teacher like Geshe Michael, and which they have so much wisdom, and also he has so much experience in life, right? So don't stop to learn. Once you stop to learn, and then it's only deteriorate. You are going backward. So continue learning, and we always welcome people to learn, because that is make our life more meaningful. Yeah. I think Harina also is continue learning, right? We know.
Yes, I think all of us needs to have continuous learning, because life journey is you don't stop there. So the more you learn, the better it is. So because of the time constraints that we have, we can't take in any more questions, but we would love to hear from all of you. If you have any questions that you want to ask, you can always even share it on the Facebook page that we have. And you can always ask, we can always come back to the questions. And do you know what? If you always ask questions and you send it to the public, actually you are planting a lot of wisdom seeds, because other people are benefiting from your questions. So no question is stupid question or silly question. Like just now, Teacher Gekling was mentioning, oh, if I were to come here, I'm not too sure whether people wants to accept me or not. So stop thinking about yourself. Start thinking about, what can I give to people? What can I offer to people? So tonight, thank you all of you for coming. We truly appreciate from the bottom of our heart, because it is still a holiday and you make time to come and join us and come and support this event. So all the best to all of you. And if you still have any burning questions that you would like to ask, you can always come and approach any one of us, either through the Facebook or come to our book club, because our book club is very, very interesting. Okay? So good night, everyone. Thank you for coming, and God bless.
Good night, all.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Good night. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Working
you.
team, please stay behind. Bye, Tambu.
Bye and
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Tambu.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Jackie.
Bye, Jackie. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks, Jackie, for coming in.
Yeah, you have a time difference and yet you still join us. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate that. I hope you have some takeaways, Jackie.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hold on.
I think got to put them to waiting room.
Yep, hold on.
Hey, where's Rio?
Rio has another meeting, Zoom meeting to attend.
Well
Yeah.
done, people. Well done.
Yeah. And we have
Thank
hit
you.
to the highest 77.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Yeah.
Very good, very good.
And I told you got to share me the picture so that I can compile and then I can put it into the video and share on the Facebook. And I think the next thing that we got to do is that we got to give the Facebook link so that people can scan and join. I think that's one thing we got to do because everything is on internet. We are on Zoom, but we are not our social media is very weak. We got to do more of that.
Sorry, I couldn't share the slide just now. So
Wow.
this is something that I need to learn, yeah? Then I can back up the IT thing.
Yes, yes, please.
But what I'm going to do is I will email to all those that is registered for the Thursday talk.
Mhm. Yes, please.
Okay, to give them the poster and then so that they at least they have it in
Yes.
case they didn't see the chat just now. So this is what I would do. And I think the Indonesia team, JT site already taken care. They are sharing out. Just now in Medan, we have a group of students sitting in their study group watching our events instead of their study book club.
Okay.
Yeah, they lock in from one equipment. So that's very great. Okay, please take over, teacher.
All right. Who wants to do a briefing? Who wants to start to debrief? Albina, you want to go first?
Yes, I have to go. I have wow. I have another cafe to take care. Well done. So I'm so sorry because at the beginning I didn't check about the pin because I only see the pin, but I didn't check whether I have the others for the additional pin because usually automatically. So yeah, I'll take care of it. Thank you. Overall, I'm very happy, even though we have very short of consider assistance, but I think overall because I think everyone works very well and the cooperation is there. But I think all these good seeds ripen today. I'm so happy. So I think I can do a lot of coffee celebration for tonight. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you. Well done. Well done. Well done, Albina. Eventually you managed to do the 3 spotlights. Good job.
Yeah. Okay, apologies, I need to leave because I have.
No, can we take a picture first before you leave?
Oh,
One
okay.
picture.
Okay.
Albina, I think you can't turn into Zoom because I'm using DMO Zoom.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
Who's
I tell you what.
holding the host? Who's holding the host?
Me.
Yeah.
Me.
Okay. Because if she left and then the whole thing all gone. So we'll take a
No,
picture.
I'm still here.
All
Okay.
right. Smile. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Albina. Merry Christmas.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
but she cannot
Yeah,
open Zoom
Pina.
because I'm still using the Zoom.
Huh?
She can't open the cafe Zoom because I think I'm still using the Zoom.
What time is the
Oh,
cafe?
okay.
Okay,
She extended to 9:30 already.
Now
let's
it's
Yeah.
already 9:35.
9:35.
quickly, let's quickly do it.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael, quick, you do first. Michael, next. Michael.
Yeah, I go first.
Quick.
I think everything is very smooth. Just lack of music lah.
Okay. IT is on leave.
Yeah. Sorry, I learned better. Okay.
IT on leave. All right, JT, you want to go first?
All good, teacher. Thank you for the opportunity. I saved a lot of picture, around 40 picture.
Wow, nice.
And recording some video for you.
Oh, fantastic. I love that. Please don't go away next time. All the talk you must be around because I know all those things.
Screen recording. I do the screen recording. Then
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
send to you.
Yeah,
That's all.
I
Okay,
give you my email and then you share to me, please.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. We got to rush
For
because
me, For me, I find that even though last minute our team strength is small, it's lean, but I find we are very versatile. We can just simply maneuver ourselves. We take up even if it's a new role. Guys, whenever you come in, please don't feel stressed out, okay? Okay, just enjoy the whole process because we are serving. And I thank the teachers, I thank Helena, and I'm glad that I give Ryan an off day today
Yeah.
because I need to learn. Thank you. Sorry for the hiccup. That's all I have.
Right.
I think that tonight is really good because the turnout is good. Because actually one of my friends also tried to enter, he cannot. Even I sent the link to him also, he cannot. Always push him back to the registration. Anyway,
Yes.
I hope
Yes.
I hope not many people like this. In general, the turnout is something which over what I mean, I don't expect so many people, especially it's festive. People are still traveling, but I'm really also appreciate everybody's cooperation. A slim, very slim team, but we completed smoothly. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah,
Kikling.
thank you, thank you. I think, yeah, I put down my own belief system that every time I was like, I'm happy when I'm invited for sharing, but to share and invite people to come is not something my strength, or even in my belief system, it's like, no, I don't invite. After that, most people will turn out anyway. So that's my belief, but I did share, I still share to 30 over of my direct WhatsApp contact, but not many turn up, frankly speaking. But those turn up are mainly from the Facebook. I have many friends, ex-colleagues that surprisingly was not in the registration list, but they did show up. So maybe Anne can update the latest registration, because I saw some of my secondary school friends were inside, some of my ex-colleagues was inside. So I was like, okay, maybe I should change my belief system about using social media.
Yes. All right. Okay. I think we're going to act fast because they are going to use the Zoom. I will go very quickly, and I like today's content, and it's everything very impromptu. I think some of the things that they asked me to do, I didn't manage to get it because of time constraint. But I think we cover quite a bit of the content, and
Yes.
actually I wanted to go a bit deeper, but the first part was a little bit overrun. But overall, I think we did give people some of the key takeaways like connections, caring, and consistency. I write down all my points here, so I'm able to know what's going on. So, like some of the things that you mentioned, I did pick it up and ask you to throw back the question, so audience are able to catch what you're talking about. So I think overall it's fantastic. All right. Well done, guys. And then on Thursday, please don't forget to come and join us. And Thursday, please join, because you know why? This particular sharer, he has got fantastic story. I was so blown away by the way he speaks, because he can't speak very well English, but he is so passionate. When you see people who are very passionate and they plant seeds successfully, you just want to hear more. So I think that's about it. I'm not going to talk anymore. You hear on Thursday, okay? Thank you.
Thank
everyone. Good
you.
night. Well
Thank
done.
you. Good night.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Good night.